Welcome to Paint on Plastic with Linc and Wright.
Okay guys, final section. Looking very spiffy, and this is the final major step on weathering, space weathering for the White Knight model. Lastly, I want to add some soot effects. First we've had the pin wash, next we've done the chipping. Lastly, I'd like just some very light soot effects on this one. This will go well with us. I'd like to do outrageous soot effects on the Lunar Diver version. It's a different scale, and I just think that will look really cool. This one, it's subtle soot effects, and I'm going to put them on here, on the back of the White Knight. Now, if you're like me, and we all are, we're all pretty similar, once you get to the end of the model, you get a little bit nervous because, especially when it's looking good, if you've kind of made a bungle and you don't care, fine, all bets are off. But I'm quite happy with this. I don't want to push it too hard. I'm tired too. You know how you mentally get a little tired? Because you've been looking at the same thing for a while. There's plenty of shiny things off to the side of the bench, including not so shiny, that make you think about other projects. So because it's mild and I'm not going to go that hard on it, I thought, come on, what's an easy way out of this? What's an easy way to get the soot effects done? And I remembered. I've got a product that I haven't used for a long time, and boom, I'm going to get this into action, the Tamiya Weathering Master. Still got the factory sticker on it. I think that was the RoboCop reference. Boy, that was a good movie. Now these, and the local price tag. Oh my God, outside of Japan we get ripped off, don't we? This was the first one I think I used way back in the day. And it's got soot built into it. Sorry, that's the Japanese, that's what it says, susu. And this is going to be perfect for this. And I'll test out and show you. I've only ever done 2 applications with it, using the makeup sponge and then with the brush. Let's go with that. Hey, different now is that they actually come with instructions. How cool is this? And it looks like it gives you a number of steps, etc. to use. That's very helpful. So let's put that off to the side and not read it. I'm just going to go straight in. Come on. Now, as I remember, now it's literally many years since I've touched this one. I remember them being soft. It was like a thick paste. And all I want is a thick paste? Yeah, I think that's probably the best way to say it. Yeah, I remember these. Just very thick eyeshadow looking pad. And there seems to be plenty on the brush. The only thing I'm a little bit nervous about is that this has got, I know it's flat. It's not that flat. It's still, because I put it on wet, I wanted that sort of, that really cool space looking finish. Yeah, that looks good. And it is, it's lovely and dry too. Cool. I think we're good. I didn't want to go with the sponge on this one. Now, vectoring out. I imagine, 0G, if there's any soot coming out, let's go around in a circle, moving out. Very light. Okay, good. It's even lighter than expected, which I really like because it means we can control the application well. Cool, yeah, that's, I'm going to go a little more. That's about what I wanted. See, the best thing about having this kind of experience is that you never... Now, our mate Chris will be very happy with hearing this. Even though you buy a bunch of products, sometimes they don't quite work out what you want that time. What it does mean, though, is in the future, you'll have this nice data bank of just various stuff you've tried over the years, all the fails, and let's stipple some in. And some will work out and be useful again, and some not so much. Okay, that's exactly the effect I want on the top. So that's perfect. Now, I want to clean my brush a little bit more, work some of these in, and then brush it back with my fingers too. And that should give it about what I had in mind. That's awesome. How come every time we do a video, the leaf blower guy comes out? Now, to create some variety with this, I'm going to use sweaty finger to pull back against the direction we applied it. Oh, that's magical. That was real enthusiasm just then. I couldn't fake that. Oh, that's cool. Okay. All right. And then let's go back in, stipple that. That's really what I wanted here. So cool. I think that looks about right to me. And you notice whenever I say that in a video, that looks right to me. I then retouch it. Yes, I laughed at myself. And the vectored idea, the vectored concept has been waiting all this time. Finally, the vector is a very slight thing. But, okay, touch. Oh yeah. This is what I wanted. I basically made this model to test this idea out. I'm going to darken up some of these so it looks like carbon / dust has come in. Oh dude, that is so cool. I had thought about airbrushing that on, but no, that's it. That's the one. Yeah, that's it. Boom. How cool is that? A little bit of interplay between them now. And yep, and one more slightly darker spot on this main one. Follow the shape. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Oh, dude, that looks so cool. Yes, that's how I saw it. I don't know if you guys, pardon me for geeking out in front of the camera, but do you guys have that moment where you see something in your mind and you know how you want it to look, but you don't know if you can get there? This totally got there. I'm so happy about that. These little impact craters, etc. So boom, vectored space weathering. It happened. And I'll put some photos up now for you to have a really close look at it. And I hope you really like this too. Super happy with how this one turned out. Thank you for riding along with me on the journey. I know the guys in Discord will laugh every time I say journey. And thank you for the support in enabling me the ability, because I'm not working for someone else to produce this content, I can go off the rails and do these little side missions. And we can produce nifty little stuff like this. I really appreciate that. Thanks a bunch, guys. Talk soon. Bye.